What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Battle Brothers on the Warriors of the North DLC. Picking up just a bit after where we left off last time. If you remember yesterday's episode, we had those two orc camps basically right here. One was like a orc raiding party, the other was a camp. They were both small fights. I took them, I crushed them like weak babies, and yeah, they were not particularly strong. And it wasn't a very interesting fight. But that is 3,700 crowns. And guys, I was thinking, my original thoughts, I think at the end of the last episode, were to do this, head to Finsterwald, and then basically head straight to the witch's hut. That's kind of where my mind was at. But I'm thinking today, what we're going to do instead, we're going to take this fight on the way back at the Forgotten Woodcutter's home and any other fight that we see along the way. Let's actually speed up. We're going to return to Growlfest, turn that in. We've got a pretty nice nest egg here, and I think we can afford to spend some of it. We'll stop by either Burkwall or Brunwald on the way back. We're in the midst of the undead crisis right now. And yeah, mini orc young. Okay, before we do that, let's level. And I want to take advantage of that before it disappears. I want to do some of those quests because they are unique to that crisis. And the witch's hut is not going anywhere. And I think if we take our time and do that, and perhaps even try to fulfill our ambition, that is a pretty worthwhile thing to do. So, Folkir Runeblade, he's our witch hunter. We're going to make him pretty thematic. We've already given him 9 lives, which is different, and fast adaptation, which I think is important as well. But he absolutely has to have Berserk. Everyone on our team has to have that. Resets are life in this game. And here, I'm not going to pass a 4 roll in fatigue. And I think we just go 2 and 2. Call that good. It's not bad. He's still got one more level, perhaps, to get his range skill up a little bit. And then he'll just be a good, solid brother for all of his purposes. Not 100% sure yet what his last 2 perks will be, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And then John. Very important, John. He needs Nimble. Nimble and Berserk are like absolute givens. Let's give him Berserk now, because Nimble essentially is a dead perk on him because he's wearing heavy armor and a heavy helmet. But whenever we're able to take those off and give him that good piece that he deserves, we'll be able to do that, and we'll make sure that we have Nimble on him at that time. So we'll take a 3 roll in melee skill. I see only a 2 in fatigue and a 5 in initiative. I'm also looking at just a straight up 3 in melee defense, which is probably just better. I'm thinking, guys. I think it's just going to be a 2 in fatigue. As a swordmaster, eventually he's going to get old on us, and it'll give him some pretty major debuffs. So we have to make sure he has as much fatigue as possible. Otherwise, he won't even be effective as a fencing brother when that time comes. So we have a bit of our B squad in, but that shouldn't be that much of a problem versus Orc Young. We'll fight them during the daytime, and we're just going to run over them. So for those of you who don't like it that much whenever I take a fight off camera, I apologize. Trust me, I understand. But it was essentially this caliber of fight. There weren't even any close calls or anything. We were able to kind of handily just snipe whoever we wanted, as we're kind of doing now. Berserkers are only dangerous if you let them hit you. You can get that on a t-shirt. Also, guys, worth noticing, if I sound like I'm a little bit quiet, it's because I'm trying to be quiet. My father's actually visiting right now. I think I mentioned that in a previous episode too. He's visiting, and I am trying to record late at night right now. My kids just went to bed not that long ago. My wife's in the other room watching some Grey's Anatomy. And my dad's kind of headed off to bed, showering and stuff. So I'm trying not to wake up my kids. I'm trying not to keep anybody awake that wants to go to sleep. We've had pretty sweet action-packed couple days. Probably should have Indomitable Isaac, but if they go for Isaac, I'm just super happy anyway. We'll shield wall here. Spear wall to drive them to either side. Nice. Yeah, shield wall, I don't think it has any effect whatsoever against their charge. And yeah, Indomitable, of course, would have protected him, and then we'd probably be able to kill this guy. Spear wall, though. Very good. Love shooting at him with an impaler, because we can't knock him back. He just has to stand there and take the next volley. Get smashed. So hopefully you guys aren't that disappointed in my decisions regarding the Witch's Hut. I hope you know, especially if you watched the last season, essentially, that we did, you know that I'm good for it. We're going to do it, and it's going to be fun. And my idea is to leave today with us essentially standing in Finsterwald after visiting a taxidermist, after going to all the best cities for their armories and weaponsmiths. And let's actually move in here and switch it up. And putting ourselves in a good position to take on the Witch's Hut, but in a timely fashion that makes sense. We don't want to pass up any opportunities to take good quests along the way. Check that out, though. How unique is that? Super cool. He broke our shield. You son of a... That was one of our special painted shields. And that's what you get. 3 impalers. That dude was so impaled. Alright, kill him, Behemoth. Yes. I was reading some of the fan fiction in the comment section. Some of the short stories. And there's a couple good scenes with Behemoth. Guys, if you're watching the series and you haven't checked out some of the stories that are written in the comments, definitely do that. I couldn't recommend that any higher. The people who do it, and there's about maybe 4 of you, they put a lot of work into it. And it's something that I appreciate. And if you want to get like the most out of, this experience of the playthrough, I can be entertaining, try to be, and the game itself is entertaining, but sometimes, we take fights like this where we just stampede over them. But if you want to try and get a little something extra out of the playthrough, I would highly recommend reading these people's very excellent writings. Some of them are a little more graphic than others, so if that type of stuff bothers you, perhaps steer a bit clear. But the whole world of Battle Brothers is kind of a grimdark type of fantasy, medieval fantasy, and it's a bit of a mature theme. Some stuff is kind of whimsical, which I love. Other things are kind of darker and more violent, and I think there's a place for that too. But just read kind of at your own risk. Enjoy what you like to enjoy, but know that it's there if it's something you wanna read into. And also thank the people. If you read it and you enjoy the story, let them know. Give them some positive feedback. I read all of them, and I try to give some feedback on them when I can. The prices here got even better. This is so tempting. Anytime you see a padded leather for under 300, and the leather lamellars are in this like 440 range, these are the ones I remember because you start a lot of games, you see these particular armors a lot, so you get a general idea of what's a good price and what's a bad. Lamellar at this price, under 1500 is good for a male hauberk. So these are the types of prices I'm happy to see. And after all that raiding and stuff, we have some excellent loot to sell. Let's see what the bear hat says before I sell anything else. 19. We're still fixing up this decayed coat, but I think it's eating up a ton of our tools. So we'll just sell it. make a couple hundred off of it. Same thing there. And we are putting ourselves in excellent position to basically do whatever we want. Also, guys, big news. A friend of mine and a subscriber, he goes by Triari in Total War. He made, for me and for the rest of you guys, for the channel, he made a Discord. And I'm going to try and start putting the links to the Discord if you guys are interested. I haven't met anyone but kind, cool people so far on my channel. And, you know, if you're looking to play games of any type with people who are kind of like-minded, you know, and value that kind of politeness and stuff that I hope that my channel promotes, I think it'll be a great place for that. I was holding off personally on making something like a Discord until I felt like my channel was a little bit bigger and I would have more time to devote to it. But I'm pretty happy he did it and you know, just kind of got it done. I'm going to try and put the links to it, but it's Goodtalk Gaming Gentlemen's with a Z at the end. So if you can look for that, but I'm going to try and start, like I said, I'm going to try and put the link in the description. I'm a pretty, you know, fat noob in terms of certain types of technology and communication. I'm always one step behind everyone else. When everyone was, you know, using Skype, I'd never even heard of it before. And then when everyone switched over to Discord and all the different in-game chats, especially if you play like Blizzard games and stuff, I'm always one step behind, but I'm trying to catch up. And just sadly at the moment, I don't have a ton of time to devote to stuff like that. And I think we're going to buy this meat. Yeah, that puts us up to 7 days. That was a good purchase. Let's get everyone a drink. We can check this 3 skull contract out, because it's probably going to be a lot, and it's probably going to be a really cool undead type mission. So give me a second, guys. I'm going to clear my throat. I still got junk in my throat from being sick. So 1 second, let me cough it out. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. A scribe stands at Count Ingolf von Osten's side. Both men are staring at a piece of paper. As you near, they slowly push it across the table for you to read it. It appears that the scribe has located a place of immense power, and they believe it may contain the solution to the undead scourge. Count Ingolf von Osten believes many others will be hunting for it too, and that speed is of the utmost importance. Another incredibly lucrative thing, but it might be way across the map. So 1760, I'm going to ask for more. Okay, it was only like another 100. No, it's the same thing. Okay. Yeah, alright. We pissed him off a little bit, but that's alright. If you keep asking, though, you're really asking to ruin your relations. Retrieve the artifact from Oceans of Bones to the east. They're paying a ton. This could be good, could be bad. It just all depends on how far it is. Oh my god. Oh my god, of course it's way out there. It's almost not even worth it. The amount of fights and things we're going to have to take along the way to make that worth it. Oh man, you go out for a piss and find yourself midstream when the din of combat erupts behind you. Pinching it off, you fix your drawers and head back for the encampment. There you find the whole company engaged in battle, not with any particular foe, but with itself. Cell swords are clambering over equipment and the campfire and each other to swing fists and spin elbows and wrestle one another around, or tackle each other to the ground. Anyone who falls gets their ass kicked, literally, until someone else comes along to distract the ones doing the kicking. Then the ones who had fallen jumps to their feet and throws themselves back into the fray. The old fracas eases and the men slowly realize you're there, and they shape up and line up as though a swift reorganization would be a suitable resolution for their churlish behavior. In real life, start calling people churls. That's one of those insults that need to come back. Shaking your head, you ask what sparked it. The men shrug. Not a one can remember. You do a roll call to make sure nobody's dead. You then tell them all to shake hands, keeping an eye on them as they do so. No bad blood to sniff out. It seems like this was just a bit of a fun tussle and wrestle, that's all. I know it's kind of a stereotype, but that's a real thing. You get enough dudes together for too long, Next thing you know, like some weird fight breaks out. Like a horseplay fight. I've been there. It's not normally my style, though. I don't like to do stupid stuff. A plethora of Wiedegangers, some art of yeah, this is an easy fight. Numerically, it might be a little difficult. Oh, we actually have an injury here. Ooh, a broken nose. Okay. You can come out, and Svarog can come back in. You know what? I don't think we take that fight. I don't think we particularly need to. I do want to visit Brunwald, however. It's such an important city in terms of having an armor and a weaponsmith. If I can get some shiny loot here, I will. Yeah, see the prices on this now are 9,600, where in the last one they were 8,900. Yeah, if we were going to buy that, we should have bought it there. Also, the full helm is about 600 more expensive here. It's still tempting to buy, but I'm gonna pass. Let's just head back to Brookberg. This is kind of the trifecta of places we want to go to if we're trying to buy gear. A few honor guard. Man, Finsterwall Company smashed them. Alright, Brookberg, show me what you got. Okay, these are even better prices, but sadly they don't really have anything here. Another Saleh helmet. Do we need a Saleh helmet? Do we have an archer? So he's got Eagle Eye. So he's good. He can wear this helmet fine. Do we have any other archers? I don't think so. I think we can wear... So this is something else I asked. I think I asked this in the comments for someone to reply to me in the comments one time. I'm pretty sure... So this is something I was thinking about. The range of throwing weapons. So a brother's maximum range is 7. Wearing a helmet gives you -2 vision, right? This is only a thing of a range of 4. So I think that means we can wear the biggest helmets they have, -3 vision helmets, and still not have any type of negative effect on the range of our throwing weapons. I'm pretty sure that's the case, but I could be doing that wrong. It could be 6 is the natural range. Let me know in the comment section. I could test it, of course, in my free time, but I figured one of you guys might just know. And I'm tempted to buy the scale armor, actually. I thought we had another crossbowman who could use it. Leisure side is good. And then... I mean, he's got decent fatigue anyway. Folkier is fine with the heavier stuff because he's got 3 stars. I felt like someone was wearing something that was too heavy. It must have just been Rainer. And this is even a heavier one. We could switch these out. This is probably a good change. Because this one's lighter. This is a 32 and a 36. So let's give him the heavier one. And that brings him up a little bit in terms of fatigue. Okay, minor adjustment, but still feels good. And I want this to be a great armor so bad, but the rare version of it is just so much better. It's like night and day, not even close. I think we'll buy a dog because I feel like we lost one recently. We need ammo, but this place is kind of expensive for it. Alright, back up to 8 food. Feeling good. Keep on traveling. We need to take at least one fight on the way, or else, I mean, we're gonna be hemorrhaging money. A few necrosavants. Alright, we're gonna take this fight. We're gonna take this fight because we want to get, I think it's the Shimmering Ashes. Perfect. And we engaged them before that company could. So now we won't have them showing up and stealing all of our kills. So it's probably not very many Necro Savants. We can see 2 already. Probably because we got Eagle Eye. What a weird formation. I don't think I've ever seen them form up like this before. How weird. It's got to be because they have a mix. Anyway, let's pass with our ranged. Oh, we forgot to give him his shield back. Okay. It's not that big of a problem. They'll step forward. These are just auxiliaries. These are just Wiedergangers. These are the only 2 we have to worry about. And really, we don't even have to worry that much about them. Our backline is armored. And once Behemoth steps here, I'll consider them very well protected. Alright, there goes his armor. Man, half of these things aren't even armed. But if we can get these Kopeshas, I mean that sells for a little bit. We might make a little bit off this fight. Someone might be close to a level 2. Just got to make sure we're protecting our back line. Especially, the best way to do it is probably to get people up on this high ground here. I'm trying to think, if I was the game, where would I put my Necro Savants? And it might be like one here on Ragnar. Maybe here. I wouldn't go to the low ground. It would go here for sure. And if they go on Svarog, we're just like, great. Good luck. Svarog is a beast. And we will, of course, switch to melee weapons on our back line whenever that becomes necessary. But yeah, pretty easy, non-complicated fight. But the reason we need the Shimmering Ashes, if I haven't clearly stated that, is because once we finally have enough Unhold Hides for the Swamp Witch, we will be able to give those to her, and then she'll ask us then for Shimmering Ashes. And then we can just turn around and give her the Shimmering Ashes. And that'll be pretty convenient when the time comes to already have that type of ingredient just sitting in our inventory. And it's not that bad to have John without his shield. He's going to basically get the two-handed bonus. We'll pass, and we'll pass, because if they jump in now, we'll have our shots ready. Let's let them get in as much as they want, because this is the round where we get some serious kills. And that sword does a lot of damage. It's like, alright, Necro Savants, show me where you want to go. And if they don't go all the way in, we'll just shoot the hell out of them with some crossbowmen. That's exactly where I thought they were going to go. Might go on Skeeb, yeah. Now that Skeeb's no longer surrounded, I can definitely see that as being its best target. Very useful. Step in, put a big hit on this guy. Yeah, we bypassed his armor, sadly. Where were you shooting, dude? Folkier, man. Ragnar, show him how it's done. Damn. Oh, we can step in and still hit. Oh, that's great. I think we'll stay there. If we step here, we can't do anything. Let's just step in. Yep. Wow, we called like their exact positioning. Interesting. They decided to go on the low ground. The fact that we didn't hit that guy twice with this sword, the odds of that happening from the high ground with a sword, the bonuses you get to that, Jesus. You're getting very lucky, my friend. Let's pass here. We can't step in and hit him, so... Not gonna lie, that's a pretty annoying number of misses. Alright, 9 lives. That's what we're trying to get procced. Do it to him too. Perfect. Oh man, I should have used adrenaline. That's exactly the situation it's there for. And did I pass without changing him to... Okay, that was a few mistakes, guys. I'm not taking the fight seriously enough. I'm pretty sure I didn't use any of Kata's abilities. We could have switched to his two-handed weapon and at least tried to get the kill. No guarantee we would have, of course, but we probably would have. And adrenaline here is smart. Adrenaline here, we probably just would have gotten both kills. There we go. And we got some Shimmering Ash, and we got the Khopesh. Very nice. So let's see where he goes on Ragnar. And Bone Plating saves the day. Step here and try and get the shot. He picked up a shield. He picked up the weapons from the Ancient Dead. That is so cool. You ever see a zombie using Ancient Dead weapons before? That is a first. Trying to see how we could maybe get this kill, but you don't want to leave anyone exposed, because if we're not able to get the kill, we're going to wish we hadn't jumped around so much. Let's make sure we use adrenaline this time. We're going to try and get a better surround, like this. Perfect. Okay, so we'll at least have a 4-man surround when Svarog gets to attack. It's 81%. Thank you. And that's another Khopesh and another Shimmering Ash. Perfect. So there's just going to be undead everywhere, which is cool. 28 of these dudes. Talk about a fight. I'm not getting involved with that. They should smash... Yeah, check it out. They're not even losing a single unit. God. The killing power. We could go kill these orcs here. They're going to run. Now the militia doesn't get them. Check the Fletcher for anything unique. And let's just get rid of some of this junk. We'll sell the Khopeshes. We had a Khopesh in this playthrough for quite some time. And it was a pretty cool, like, early game weapon. Man, the prices here are awesome. I wish I had more stuff to sell, but I do not. The prices on ammunition, I think, are almost always less expensive. Yeah, these are $115. We're going to buy all of them. We're also going to get some wine, some fruits, some venison. Puts us up to 9 days. Well, we might as well check what else is in the marketplace, and that looks all good. And before I forget, I just remembered the shield thing. We don't really have any extra shields. Of course, we can just take a shield from someone who's not currently in the rotation. But I think instead of doing that, we're going to stop by Wissendorf and then Strasbourg and see what they have at Strasbourg for us to take. And there's probably, yeah, there's two big battles here. What I don't like is that the game's going to expect me to walk all the way back, which sounds miserable. And that might be when we take the Witch's Hut fight, because we'll already be having to walk that way. So we may as well just stop and do it. Buy a little more ammo. Some bread, yes, perfect. I wanted to get up to 10 days. That was kind of my goal. And then Strasbourg is a city that, once again, has an armor, has a weaponsmith. Those are my favorite cities to visit. It's almost like a gambling addiction. I just want to see what the good shiny stuff is. Ooh. Is this good? Cherished Headdress Helmet. It's 226 for 11 fatigue, but minus 2 vision. What can I compare this to? I mean, it's not even... It's light. It's almost the exact same durability as a flat top, with 4 less fatigue. Ugh. For 14,000. Y'all know I don't usually pass shiny stuff. But that might just be a step down. A little bit too much of a step down. I don't quite know who I would put that on. It could be a decent helmet for, not Fritz, for John. It would be something like 8 less fatigue. But not for 14k. If that was like that, to me that's like a 7k helmet maybe, not a 14. So I'm going to show a little restraint here for once. And we're going to pass. It's too much. It's too much, and it's kind of ridiculous actually. And I was hoping to get a shield, but I didn't want a heater shield, I wanted a kite shield if I could get it. But I think what we'll do is we'll just give him a shield from someone else. And then let's head to Finsterwall to visit the taxidermist. I would like to make the acid from the Lindworm. We took his guts, and now we can make some acid from it. We don't need it now, we won't use it now, but we'll certainly use it later. So what do we have? The acid flask. A flask filled with the concentrate of a Lindworm's acidic blood. It is highly corrosive to many materials and burns through armor quickly. Can be thrown at short ranges. I am so happy they changed this. It used to be like you had to use this 2,000 crown crafting material, pay like 500 crowns to make it, and then you got an acid flask that kind of ticks down for damage. So it reduces the target's armor by 20% each turn for 3 turns, has a 33% chance to hit bystanders at the same or lower height level as well, is destroyed on use. So like I said, last time I used this on the Kraken, and it worked like a charm, and I used a couple of them on the Kraken, and it ended up being a legit strategy. I didn't see anyone posting about that anywhere or anything like that. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing, and I think it ended up being a really cool thing to do. So we're going to craft that. I'm super happy it doesn't cost a fortune. I'm also going to make a Lindworm shield right now for John. And that's going to take our Lindworm scales and our Lindworm bones. I wish I had one more scale because I would love to make a cloak as well. But we're just going to make the shield. And that's going to kind of limit what we have left to do. Yeah, I don't think I want any of these potions right now. We could make a fermented unhold heart, which is like a really sweet provision. It only costs 40? Yeah, let's just do it for fun purposes. There you go, man. That's quite the upgrade. Very sweet. Alright, John. I bet he planned that whole thing just to get a cooler shield. What a jerk. Alright, where are we going? We have a whole lot. Like, we could stop here, 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 and then here. Really fill up our packs with good loot. Come back to town, basically. Probably somewhere like Strasbourg that likes us. But look how close we are. Did we just get... Oh no, I clicked on that. We're so close to the witch's hut that we're just... It's kind of like I feel like I'm teasing you guys. I'm honestly not that worried about that fight. It wrecked me so good in the last season, the first time we went in, a little bit premature perhaps, that I really never forgot it. It made me think that I really needed to over-prepare. But this time, our brothers on average have about 10 more resolve than the first time we ever took that fight on. And I think that's going to make all the difference. We're just going to scoot down one, let some of the brothers climb up. We're not going to give up this ridiculous position. Let the Wiedergangers come to us. We just need to make sure that we have ammunition for the upcoming battles. So it sucks a little bit to use all of our ammo, kinda, to take these guys out when we could very easily just switch to our melee tools. So we're probably going to spend one more turn shooting at them, and then after that, we're just going to wail on them with melee stuff. And I think when we do fight the witch's hut, I think one of my biggest strategies is to give Wonton the banner. With his 120 or whatever ridiculous amount of resolve he has, I just don't see anyone realistically breaking. Being able to be turned, so to speak. We'll stay right here. If they come to wrap around, it'll be an even fight with Behemoth. And I think we have enough of the bludgeons to just completely outfit our entire squad with them. And if I remember right, I was worried about stuff like the Unhold being able to wreck us because all we were using were the bludgeons. But I mean, once the dire wolves go down, they kind of like get out of your face. The couple spiders go down, the Nagzurher. There's like some level 3 Nagzurhers who can eat you. They're kind of scary. But if you can just kind of take them down, mostly with ranged tools, maybe pick off one or two of the Hexen, because sometimes they jump into really bad spots, then the fight becomes extremely manageable. But you will have to be aware of brothers turning against you, and you will have to try and bonk them on the head. And if you fail, you will have to take big hits from dudes like Svarog. Which is not cool. Very cool. Good job, man. Look how you pinned them to the earth. I think it's time. We're just gonna switch now. And I'm sorry we're taking these kind of like weird rinky-dink fights, but I feel like we've got a big fight ahead of us. I mean, some of what they're paying us is undoubtedly just because of the time. You know, the game recognizes that it's going to take us forever to walk there. And because of that, they're kind of overpaying us, perhaps. But other than that, I think it will be a great fight. I'm curious to see what the kind of ratio of ancient dead to regular undead it will be. Alright, we got our reach weapons out. Out of ammo, we're not going to waste any more. If we step here, we can get a line shot and probably get 2 kills. No, but we hit him at least. Damn, I love this weapon. May as well step forward, I suppose. Otherwise, this is going to take forever. Some enemies, even in small numbers, you still have to respect them. Not so with Wiedergängers. I don't have to respect these guys at all. If it was like 6 berserkers and I kill the first 3, like, and you're like, haha, no, you know, screw these guys, they can't hurt me. There's only 3 of them. It's like, that is not true. Look at that, 4 kills. 3 berserkers can still kill a brother easily. So you got to give those men some respect. But not Wiedergängers. No respect for you. I'm tired, y'all. Spent the day in like Texas Hill Country, near the river. Had a good lunch. At a pretty famous place that had some really good food. It's called the Grist Mill. If you ever want to look that up. And then had some excellent like old-fashioned ice cream without all that like high fructose corn syrup stuff in it. Man. Did a little antique shopping. Picked up some cool old like metal dinosaurs as yard art. My kids love it, so couldn't help myself. Look how many resurrected. Wow. Wow. That only happens during like the undead crisis. And they get those huge bonuses to resurrection. But that's okay. We're going to cut them down just as quickly. Before they Night of the Living Dead us. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. That's annoying. Come on. There we go. Not trying to do that, guys. It just like barely is clicking on him. We whiff with the hammer. Okay. We're doing our best to speed this along. Nice. Decapitation means you ain't coming back. Oh Lord, guys, and since my dad's been visiting, I have a bit of an accent. You know, I say things like y'all and ain't and all that type of stuff. But my dad does too, and now that there's 2 of us in the house talking like that, my kids are starting to talk like that. Lord, it's driving my wife crazy. My daughter's saying y'all and ain't left and right. She thinks she's funny. I'm I'm glad there's not any type of like zombie infection stuff that can happen in this game. That type of thing always stresses me out. And we pick up silverware for our trouble. Okay, whatever. Was that worth it? Probably not, but at least it's off the map now. Something better maybe can spawn. We've still got time at least for one more good fight, maybe two. Although I have a feeling this place is going to be a slog. It's an undead fight, an ancient dead fight in the swamps. Let's see, do we have any levels? I didn't see any. And I'm also a little bit worried. I'm just a little bit worried that this might be a much more heavy metal fight. And I think I want... Maybe we can leave in Rainer, take out Folkier perhaps. I'm just thinking I might want my banner is the big deal. If these are... do something like that. This isn't a bad configuration. If there's a ton of fallen heroes in here, they'll be heavily armored. If there are a ton of Geists in here, we will be happy to have our banner to protect us from routing. It could just be raiders. You never know. Just want to be prepared for whatever. And yeah, it's kind of what I figured it would be. Don't know how many of each there are. We can check right now though. So they have a Necromancer. That's pretty rough. I was hoping they wouldn't. But at least one of these fallen heroes is going to stay back to protect the Necromancer. Maybe the armored Wiedegangers too. But I suspect we won't have much difficulty in dealing with some of these Wiedegangers and then getting ourselves to the Geists. We should just be passing with our front line. They're not going to reach us. I don't like having this high ground in front of us, but it's honestly not that big of a deal. Only if a fallen hero occupies it are we going to be wishing that we had taken it. But even then, I mean, it's whatever. There are some dangerous weapons here. Long sword, fighting axe. I see the cleaver. He's not wearing a helmet though. His stuff is half busted. It's the ones that have full armor that you need to worry about. We are just trying to take as much armor off of them as possible. When we finally engage, we'll be good. And it'll be easy. And let's spear wall. They're definitely going to get in. This guy at the very least is going to be faster than us. Yeah. Spear wall already paying for itself. John, the game even gives you the high ground, man. We're not going to do that. We could jump forward, but let's just take the kill like that. It's not always a bad idea. Of course, if we kill this guy, he may just be resurrected. But it could send a big wave of confidence through our line. Give ourselves some of these nice blue flags. So there's not much downside in taking the kills. And we want to make sure that by the time the fallen heroes and the guys step in, these guys are nothing. We'll just mow through them and then instantly get on to the Geist, which are the real threat. Spread that damage around. Yeah, and they're pulling one of the fallen heroes back. So we only have to fight two of them before we can just kind of encircle these three guys and then deal with them how we want. Make no mistake, this guy's pretty dangerous and he's got a full set of that armor. in great shape. Step in. Ooh. Okay. Damn, if we could step up and take that shot, that'd be excellent. Probably should have pulled my banner out this turn. Let's just hope they don't scare anyone. Okay. They're using this turn to move. So now we try very quickly. This guy here goes down, and we have a free step in on that Geist. Perfect. We're going to go first. Do one of those maneuvers. Man, they just put those barriers back up. Alright, high ground is for us. Down you go. Sick. That's 2 decapitations for the home team. That should be an easy kill. And we're going to reload and probably get another shot? Yeah. No, we don't have the fatigue. It's okay. He tried to ghost hand us. And out comes the banner. So our odds of being scared now are pretty slim. But this isn't a battle that I like. I'm glad we still have... Let's try it. Yes. Alright, that was a gamble. But it paid off, I think. And a whiff there. No, John. John actually has pretty great resolve. So it's kind of rough to see him try and run away. Okay, we need to help. And we will. Get a better surround. Step here. And rally. So now he's going to get a chance to at least take his turn. Good hit. We hit both the head and the body. And I'm going to step up here. Last thing I want to do is step into like a triple surround. And these 3 should be more than able to defeat him. The problem is that he's possessed. And with that cleaver, he could end up doing some nasty damage to us. Thankfully, Bone Plating took the first shot. And then we've got Battle Forge on him as well. But if he can just manage to land those hits. We're going to use Adrenaline one more time. But if he can land that hit with that hammer, that would be excellent. That would go a long way towards softening him up for the rest of our brothers to do some real damage. Show me what you got. Come on, 61%. Nailed. Alright, can't resurrect Geist. So now we're just going to wade through these zombies for a while. Till we can finally pin them all down. This is a zombie killing weapon if I've ever seen one. Alright, what do we got? A 53? And we hit him. That's all of his armor. Good job, Kata. And we'll step in on him. Alright, what do we got? 81? Nice. Almost completely gone. Alright, not much left for him. And man, I thought we would be able to attack at least one more time. Don't kill me. And don't destroy my damn Linward shields. Those are expensive. And he's just going for Raynor. I don't blame him. He's definitely the squishier of the targets, but it'd be nice if he diversified his attacks a little bit. Alright, he's possessed. Pretty scary. 42, we got some 71s. Let's just help our brothers put these back down. And decapitation, that's good. I think we can afford to leave these behind. That was a good hit. And if they come back, they're going to have to chase us. I got that just to get the reset, the kill. I wish I'd have done it first because we would have gotten Killing Frenzy, which I didn't realize I had it on Jotnar. Excuse me. My voice is still a little messed up. My sickness actually wasn't that bad. My cold. It was just a bunch of junk, really, and trying to deal with that. A little bit of a fever, but I was kind of able to break it. But I'm still dealing with all that junk, which is, of course, not conducive to clear talking for long periods of time. Alright, nobody came back, but that's not to say the Necromancer won't bring someone back. Alright, Gimli's getting in there. Raynor's on the high ground now. Just really pick our fights. They will not step out on us. The only thing they're worried about is protecting the Necromancer. And whenever we step in, we want to do it all in the same turn. Or else, if we did it right now, we would just be giving them a free shot. It's not what we want. John maybe can just put him back down. He's a fallen hero, though. Okay, we gotta respect some of these dudes a little bit. That's no good. That was a pretty bad miss to get. That was pretty bad as well. Alright, Kata, land it. Nice. Okay. At least that went right. And we're surrounding some pretty bad weapons to surround. This is excellent, though. This is what I'm most worried about right here. Yeah. And he tried. But the better of a surround we get, that all those misses won't happen again. Oh, but he landed the stun on Behemoth. Okay. We can go for a line shot here. We'll probably hit the Necromancer, but will we hit the other guy? It's hard to know. And since we cannot even do anything, let's just step away from him. About to say, here comes the swing. We miss again. Okay, we hit there. Come on, guys. No more whiffs. And we get all the whiffs. Line shot. Perfect. A little bit of damage. Nothing is stopping him now from just fully swinging on us. And I'm a little worried. Him on the high ground with that weapon versus us on the low ground. We've just been missing too many shots. Step here. Get that kill. Now that we're confident. Should be able to land hits all day. Step in there, we can't get the hit. Alright, 63. That's our third, presumably our third 63% that we missed. Yeah, let's do it. It's gonna hurt. Ooh, okay. Down it goes. We got a little lucky there at the end, actually, all things considered. Oh my god. Oh my god, y'all. What a great way to end. The Linworm helmet. I was wondering when we would see the helmet and the armor combo. 331 for only 16 fatigue. Makes you unaffected by Linworm acid blood. The glorious Linworm Ward. This helmet must have once belonged to a daring and skilled hunter, for it is covered in the scales of a dreaded Linworm. Not only do the scales deflect blows and hits, but they also remain unscathed by the acidic Linworm blood. And we also picked up another one of these types of armors. These are one of the best armors in the game that you can just get. A thick mail hauberk combined with sturdy metal plates. This armor will protect its wearer even in the fiercest of battles. Two amazing pickups. Wow, I couldn't be happier. Who do we give that stuff to, though? I feel like Wonton has to have that. He's in like full Linworm regalia right now. That just makes sense to me. Also, he has really bad fatigue. So getting him out of a helmet that's 20 and putting him into one that's 16 feels right. Somebody else should wear... I mean, this is a full helm. Someone has to wear that. Gimli might be the best option for this revered harness. How much does this weigh? 27 versus 32. It's honestly not that heavy for how good it is. Well, who do we give this to? Sir Lancel has the other one, which is honestly just plain old worse. It's got worse durability and worse fatigue. But he's got good fatigue, so he wears it well. I'm not that worried about him. This is 36 versus 27. Man. It's so good it almost single-handedly fixes brothers who have poor fatigue. like Muldoon and Fritz, their biggest weakness is their fatigue. And having a set of armor like this would really help them. We'll give Fritz the helmet. And he's been with us a long time. He needs to get the good stuff. Putting the pauldrons on it I think is a bit of a mistake. We would either give it the direwolf mantle or the additional fur padding. And I think we're going to go with the fur padding. So now he's got a bit of a resistance to piercing damage. And that helps him out a ton with his fatigue. So 27 versus, I think this one wasn't that bad. So he gained 5 fatigue for that. That's not nothing. And now we've got this other armor which is a little bit less fatiguing as well that we could put on someone like Gimli. So give him a bit of his fatigue back. Or even better, probably just better on Skeeb. An extra 3 there. So not much, but it's not nothing either. So I'm happy to get those types of improvements. Man, that was nice. Behemoth even got a level? What? Get him up to an even 60 there. A little bit more fatigue. So great pickups. You know what? This might not be good because I don't want to stack. Oh man, his brain damage. I just noticed this. Look guys, we can see his scars like his brains. Oh no. So basically what I'm thinking right now is that this makes him unaffected to the Lindworm blood. I think his helmet still gets melted. But we might want to give this helmet to someone else as well. And I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to suit up Gimli. And give Fritz his helmet back. Make sure I'm going to give Hans this. Something like that. Very nice. We definitely want our two-handed bros to be as well armored as possible. And this certainly fits the bill for being well armored. Those are huge upgrades. Not to mention we also got gemstones and an ornate tome. Massive upgrades for us. And we haven't even reached our destination yet. So we didn't get anything for a while and then all of a sudden we just get 2 of the best drops possible. Whoa. Oh, there's a champion in here. Okay, guys, well, maybe we'll start tomorrow's episode on a goblin champion fight. That sounds cool. It's going to be in the forest, I think. Forest or swamp. Take your pick. They both kind of suck. But then I guess we'll do the Doom Fields. It depends on how beat up we are from the goblin fight. I think we should take Behemoth out. Just do a last minute check. Yeah, and Wonton's armor's pretty beat up as well. Let's get Fritz back in there. Let's get Lancel in there as well. Something like this, maybe. Still trying to level up John, if we can. And these guys here are all super close to leveling. Who was hurt? Was it... I guess these guys had somewhat wrecked armor. We don't want to be going into any battles against goblin champions with wrecked armor. I think this is good enough. Fritz is level 15 and Sir Muldoon's only level 12. Let's put him in there. I think that's good enough. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Goodtalk Gaming. If you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. That type of stuff really helps me out. My channel's been growing at a really steady pace, and I'm super stoked about it. Like I said, we have a Discord channel now. I'm going to start advertising that more heavily whenever I feel like it's appropriate and I know that we're all going to start using it, those of you who are actually interested. Right now, I'm not able to stream, which is, I think, when I'm going to get the most use out of Discord, and I'm going to have, a better setup with which to play games with you guys. So Battle Brothers is definitely a single player game, but I play lots of multiplayer games. I played tons of multiplayer games, in the past couple days that I think if you guys enjoy them, I would love to get us all in Discord together and get a chance to play. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching once again. Guys, it's been great, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Take care, y'all.